Hey, what up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you with the opening of Monday Night Raw here, March 23rd, 2015. Lots of big things. This is the go-home show to WrestleMania 31. I cannot wait for this show. I look beat red right now for, the traffic drive home. I missed a little bit of the beginning of Monday Night Raw, but hey, all is well. At least I'm here to check this out. Got the 8 to 5 shift today, and good times. WWE gave us a really good present to open up Monday Night Raw with Sting being there to come out and sort of greet everybody and sort of give his reason why he's having this match. He basically came out and said that he was not here to destroy or take down all of the WWE. He was just here to try and take down Triple H, basically saying that Triple H is nothing but poison being injected into the WWE. From there, we had Stephanie McMahon come out on the stage and make her way down to the ring, sort of berating Sting, saying that the war had been over for 14 years, saying that WCW lost and it was all over years and years ago. Pretty much, not making any reference to the alliance or the fact that her and her brother bought WCW and ECW in storyline and brought them to the WWE and said it had Booker T, Rob Van Dam, the Dudleys on the forefront of the war going up against Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Big Show, Chris Jericho, Undertaker, and Kane. The list goes on. The Invasion storyline, honestly, 2001 WWE, honestly, was really good to me. I remember that Invasion pay-per-view coming up. I was really fired up to see that show. I remember ordering it on pay-per-view. It was the first pay-per-view that I ordered after I had moved out of my mom's house and I was living on my own in my own apartment. And I told my roommate that, I was going to watch this show, and he was, I don't know, he was a little bit weirded out about somebody ordering pay-per-view. But the thing was in my name, so when it all came down to it, it didn't really matter. Hey, it wasn't really an argument, but it was a discussion that never needed to happen. But I remember that to this day. But Stephanie came out, berating Sting. She even tried to slap Sting, which brought out Triple H, who came down. Triple H pulled out the sledgehammer, trying to even out this war before it even starts, trying to take out Sting. Sting was able to grab the bat, and what looked like was going to be a rumble ended up being a whole lot of nothing in the end. But hey, it got my blood pumping for WrestleMania. Sting versus Triple H is the one match that, honestly, I really care about and I'm really excited for the big WrestleMania show. So we're going to have to see it. I can't wait. Wednesday, I'll be heading on down there. But let's get back. Monday Night Raw is coming back from commercial, so get back to it. And I'm sure I'll see you guys with another video in just a little bit. Peace out, everybody. As a preview for WrestleMania 31, Randy Orton was told that he was going to compete in a match on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Tonight's the 23rd of the go-home Raw to WrestleMania 31, live from the Staples Center there in Los Angeles, California. Randy Orton was told that his opponent inside of this match basically was going to be picked by the WWE Universe by voting using the WWE app. On this app, you were allowed to pick who the competitor was going to be to face Randy Orton. It was either going to be the Big Show, it was going to be Kane, or it was going to be a handicap match of J&J Security and Seth Rollins. Everyone went to their smartphones and typed in that they wanted to see Orton versus Randy Orton because they wanted to see the preview match that led to WrestleMania 31. Everybody wants to see Randy Orton get his hand on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and J&J Security ran away with the vote. I believe basically Big Show and Kane got around 11% apiece, and the rest of the votes all going towards them. For the fans to vote for Randy Orton, the fan favorite, to have to wrestle in a match that's going to be handicap style in the 3-on-1 affair. Not very smart by the WWE Network, I will say. I know that everybody wants to see Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, but it's only on Sunday, and putting him in a 3-on-1 match wasn't the best idea, but Randy was able to prevail. This match honestly wasn't even that great. It honestly didn't even really get that fired up because Seth Rollins never entered into the ring. He just basically danced around on the outside, and it was J&J Security basically in a 2-on-1 going up against Randy Orton. Randy Orton was trying to goad Seth Rollins to getting into the ring, but he had nothing to do with that. Basically with J&J Security doing all the work inside of the ring. Jamie Noble eating an RKO for the 1-2-3 with Randy Orton getting the win. And moving on, the big match, WrestleMania 31, going to be there on Sunday. Honestly, in my opinion, Seth Rollins with the Money in the Bank briefcase has more to gain by getting the win at WrestleMania 31. He is my pick to get the win, but we'll have to see what goes down. But nothing much in this match. Not a whole lot of appeal. Just 2-on-1, Rollins on the outside. It was a hope that we would get to see Orton get the big RKO on Rollins on Monday Night Raw, but WWE didn't want to give it to us. We're going to have to wait until Sunday, and they're going to be fighting. This is probably going to be the best wrestling match on the card, WrestleMania 31 on Sunday. I don't think anything's going to be really getting that close to it right now. Before they go to commercial, we see Paige and AJ having a discussion, seeing who's going to get the title shot here on the go-home show against Nikki Bella. Honestly, whoever's in this match is not winning the championship. There's going to be some sort of a thing. And then we have Rusev going up against Jack Swagger, one of my big favorite rivalries. Rusev is able to carry two rivalries, one with Jack Swagger and another with Big E Langston. Every time we see Rusev get in there against those two guys, it's a great match, and I'm looking forward to it. In a great Divas match here on WWE RAW, we got to see Nikki Bella put the Divas Championship up on the line, going up against Paige. It was the big discussion of the day, whether Nikki was going to put the championship up against Paige or AJ. Here on the show, they're fighting! They're fighting! I didn't see that coming at all. I thought that the Bellas have done what they said that they were going to do. This is fun. This is really good. But basically, they come into this match. The Divas have a segment match here. Really, really good. Honestly, in my opinion, the first thing that came to my mind when the match was going so well and getting so much time was this is what could be on Monday Night Raw every week if they treat the Divas Championship like it really is something that means something to WWE. Instead, so many times we see it go on late in the show before the main event, trying to get everybody to cool down for a little bit so like Brock or John Cena can come out and everybody can get all pumped up again because they all, ran to the bathroom, got some popcorn, had a hot dog, whatever they had to do during that segment. They were able to get a little bit of rest in. But, hopefully WWE didn't give the girls the time on Monday Night Raw because there is no time for them on WrestleMania. That was another thing that came to my mind. Nikki Bella, going up against Paige because they didn't want any outside interference because AJ and Paige both had chances where they could have won the Divas Championship in the past, but it was Brie on the outside either causing a disqualification or causing the finish to happen by getting involved in the match. AJ was ringside with Paige, and that is what led to the downfall of this match as they fell to the outside. Paige and AJ Paige and Nikki Bella were getting into it, and Brie Bella was sort of ringside, but she was away from the action. AJ came over trying to even the score, making sure that Brie wouldn't even think about getting into there. She got physical with Brie, throwing her down to the mat, picking her by the back of her head and her hair and just throwing her down. At that point, Nikki was laid out as well, so Paige went over to AJ trying to make sure that she didn't cause a disqualification finish. Came over and tried to conceal AJ, but AJ didn't know it was Paige, thought it was Nikki coming to defend her sister, turned around, clocked Paige by mistake, which led to Paige sort of getting laid down and then thrown back into the ring by Nikki for Nikki to get the cheap win. And as this match ended, AJ went up to Paige trying to console her, saying that she was sorry for this match. And during this, we saw Paige and AJ Lee brawling, like I was saying before. They were actually getting physical inside of the ring. So what we thought was going to be a truce between the two because they both had a common enemy, now they're going into WrestleMania going up against the girls, the Bella Twins, and now we see that they are actually not together at all. They actually are going to be, teammates, but there's going to be friction involved, which leads to what's going down for WrestleMania 31. So good thumbs up dealing with what they do with the Divas. We'll see where we're going to be moving on from there. WrestleMania 31 right up around the corner. Oh, I so wanted to bury that segment. I so thought that that was going to be just straight trailer park trash with Snoop Dogg appearing on WWE Monday Night Raw in 2015. I thought that when Snoop came down to the ring, I thought he was going to be coming out rapping Peaches and Cream. He basically looked like he was the new reincarnation of the Godfather, coming out there basically like Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch. Basically, he came bouncing down to the ring with a lot of the Total Divas girls all bouncing along, and I thought once he got into the ring we were going to get a full-on concert. I was getting ready for all my I want to see Luke Bryan on Raw tweets. I want to see Eric Church rock that place out. If you want to have a show, that's the show that you should be having. But Snoop Dogg gets into the ring, starts having a little promo talking about WrestleMania, saying he's been to a few back in his day. If you can remember back, he hosted the Divas Battle Royal with Kim Kardashian as his like special guest. They came down to the ring in a fuzzy golf cart. Crapamania right there. But basically from there, Curtis Axel came down to interrupt. Everybody was singing along. Everybody singing some rap as crap. Good old Curtis Axel's dad. Kurt Hennig from the WCW days, of course. Axel actually went to Twitter trying to start beef with Snoop Dogg last week after it was announced that he was going to be on Raw. So maybe he actually, got his own angle pushed through. Maybe the WWE writing staff actually was able to put it together. But I thought it was really, really good. And Axel came running down about how, he was going to win the second annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This was in the bag that he was going to have it. And Snoop Dogg got on the mic and said it wasn't about Axelmania, it was about Hulkamania. And the red, white, and blue, the red and yellow Hulkamania Express came pulling into the Staples Center. I had no idea this was going to happen. I did not get the scoop from Vic Scoops that Hogan was going to be in the house, and I was pumped. This was awesome. Hulkamania came down to the ring. I was looking forward to this maybe in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, honestly, in my opinion, but hey, I'll take it on Monday Night Raw. But it wasn't Hulk Hogan who got physical with Axel. It was actually Snoop Dogg who one-handed tossed Curtis Axel over to the top rope. Hulk Hogan and Snoop Dogg prepared to go to the back and get high as hell tonight. I actually liked the line that Hulk Hogan said to Snoop Dogg, "You know better than I. What is this guy smoking about winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal?" But this is something that gets you hyped up for WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, right there with Triple H, honestly, myself, appearing on Raw with Snoop Dogg. Who would have thought I would have loved this? But I loved it. Axelmania, one of my favorite jobbers there is in WWE right now. I'm hoping to really meet this guy at WWE Access. I've never had the chance to meet Axel, but Axelmania will be running wild with the red and yellow all over WrestleMania Access when I'm there on Thursday night, I hope. We, the people. Oh, my man Jack Swagger. He's not in a good place right now. Rusev has got him locked into the accolade, and he's not letting go. He wants to extract revenge over all the United States. Oh, it is like a wrestling wet dream right now with John Cena coming out to save Jack Swagger. Swagger was laid out on the ground, but now that Cena's hit the ground, he's disappeared. He has quickly became, where's Waldo? I don't know where he disappeared to, but he's no longer inside of the ring as John Cena and Rusev battle it out. But as they were going to commercial tonight, earlier in the night, they told everyone that this match was going to be taking place. Rusev versus Jack Swagger for the I guess it was for the United States Championship, and I'm not 100% sure. You know that when they put it up on the screen, Rusev has a match at WrestleMania 31. Jack Swagger might be in the second annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You pretty much knew what was going to be going down. It wasn't going to be a 1-2-3 Kid versus Razor Ramon sort of deal. With the ultimate upset before WrestleMania. Rusev is going to be going into WrestleMania, and one of the biggest things about this match is that John Cena wants to get the United States Championship back from Rusev, bring it to the United States. So, Jack Swagger, the ultimate patriot. We haven't seen Zeb in a long time, but if he would have won the title and brought it back, it would have been a big deal. But I was pumped for this match. Rusev really has two real big rivals inside the WWE. I guess right now he has Jack Swagger, but he always will fall back on the rivalries that he had when he was coming up against Big E Langston, who came out waving the United States American flag first, and then was followed up by Jack Swagger. The match at SummerSlam, the big, huge, face turn by Swagger, where everyone got behind him with the "We the people," and I don't think WWE was expecting that at all. Maybe they were going to be running some sort of a just Swagger babyface run for about a month and then putting him back to where he was. But Rusev came down to the ring. They didn't get the "Where's Lana" chance that we had gotten in weeks past, but Rusev comes down. Jack Swagger, actually out of the two, Rusev mostly got the jobber entrance, but not getting his whole theme play. But then Swagger came down. People were pumped. USA versus Russia right here. And I thought, honestly, the match was good. I thought it was really good. I knew that Rusev was going to be able to get the win, but Swagger did get a good amount of offense in before he got caught up into the corner when he does that running sort of Patriot drop out of the corner, and then Rusev was able to take advantage, knocking Swagger down to the mat, locking in the accolade, and then he left the accolade on way past the point of the referees asking for the stoppage, which brought John Cena coming running down out of the back. Cena and Rusev brawled inside of the ring before they went to the outside. At that point, Rusev was able to run John Cena into the barricade on the outside, then continue a beat down upon him with beating him into the floor, into the mat, back into the barricade, launching him up and over the announce table into the announcers' chairs. Then Rusev went running back, waving his flag, only to notice across the ring that Cena wasn't beaten down yet. He still was on crumpled knee. He was trying to get back onto his feet. Rusev decided that maybe this wasn't enough, and he went back to attack John Cena even more, hitting him into the announce table, beating him all around. Now standing upon the announce table, dropping a big, huge kick into the back of John Cena, and then locking in the accolade just for good measure, right there on top of the announce table. That's going to be the money shot right there, with Rusev up on top of John Cena, locking in the accolade. The referees trying to get a stoppage, trying to get more referees out there to break the hold. Cena's going to be going to WrestleMania. He's going to be less of a man after this attack right here. How strong will John Cena be after the attack from Rusev at WrestleMania 31? That will be the answer that we have to look for. Rusev comes in the underdog. He is the lesser man. He does have the 1-year undefeated streak inside of WWE, bringing it to WrestleMania. But John Cena, the hero to all the kids out there, the Russian hero himself, needs to find a way to keep that championship. Rusev looking strong on top of Cena right now. Man, oh man, if you go back, to right after the night of WWE Fastlane, you can remember that Dolph Ziggler went to Twitter basically saying that he was challenging Daniel Bryan to a match at WrestleMania 31 that would give them a chance in order to steal the show and show the WWE Universe as well as the Authority that they deserved to have a higher place on the card, that they were true main eventers, and that WWE didn't see them as the main event of WrestleMania 31, but they were going to show them that they damn sure should be the WrestleMania 32 main event. And that match ended up not taking place. Both of the guys ended up becoming contestants in the ladder match. That's going to be with Wade Barrett, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, and Stardust, as well as a few other friends, Luke Harper and others. But I think that still has a chance in order to be a great match. More than likely, that will be the opening match of WrestleMania 31, and it will really kick off WrestleMania 31 in a great way. I remember after the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 26, in which I attended, the crowd was just like, wow, that was huge when that went down, and it took a little bit for the crowd to get re-pumped up after that. There was tons of bodies flying all around, and that's exactly what we're going to be getting here. For years, since they took the ladder Money in the Bank ladder match away from us at WrestleMania 27, people have been asking for it to come back. Last year, there was rumors of Wade Barrett being the guys who win a Money in the Bank ladder match, but then he got injured right before WrestleMania 30, which took that off of the cards with not knowing if Barrett was going to be able to be back in time. Instead, Barrett ended up returning to Raw the next night. But on tonight's Monday Night Raw, we were able to get Dolph Ziggler going up against Daniel Bryan in the match that they were hoping was going to be able to steal the show. And WWE took a step farther. I don't know if it was they didn't believe in these guys or they were just trying to hype the ladder match up. They had it with the WWE app where you could go to the app and you could try and vote to see who the special guest referee would be. It ended up being Dean Ambrose beating R-Truth by a large margin. There was a lot of the goofs down at the bottom, but Truth and Ambrose finished first and second, so Ambrose came down to the ring to become the special guest referee. He wasn't a huge factor in this match, but it was really fun to watch this match. Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler. I don't know if, one of these guys will win the Intercontinental Championship, and these guys will feud after WrestleMania over that title, trying to bring some prestige in order to get that title back up. There's been lots of talk as of late of the Intercontinental Championship becoming one of the main titles, with Brock Lesnar staying in WWE and the WWE Championship basically being a championship still, but Brock only being around for 4 shows or so a year, only appearing on your WrestleManias, your Royal Rumbles, Survivor Series, Survivor Series, twice, SummerSlams. But it really impressive. There was lots of talk about Dolph Ziggler getting the win over Daniel Bryan on SmackDown. Then they turn around, you show up for Monday Night Raw, and on the Monday Night Raw match, Dolph Ziggler beats him again with a super kick as Bryan came running at him. He turned the super kick into a zigzag and was able to get the 1, 2, 3. After the match, Dean Ambrose took both of the guys out, went and grabbed a ladder, set it up in the middle of the ring, and started to climb and grab for the Intercontinental Championship to re-steal the title that he wants to hold, because he wants to be in that hallway at WWE Studios. From there, Wade Barrett came down, taking exception to that, and then all of the goofs piled up in the ring into being a little bit of a mini battle royal. Ended up being that Sheamus didn't come down. He's not going to be a part of Monday Night Raw tonight, but WrestleMania 31's ladder match is really picking up, just like Brock Lesnar coming to the ring right now. I hate to say I told you so, but the ending of Monday Night Raw was weak sauce. Oh my gosh, tonight's the go-home show to WrestleMania 31. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar played tug-of-war over the WWE Championship. Now, it was fun. It makes you really, see how much Paul Heyman really means to the WWE right now, and, what they're going to do if Brock Lesnar does leave to go to UFC. Are they going to make a play to try and keep Paul Heyman around by having him manage somebody, trying to become a part of WWE? I would love to see, actually, Paul Heyman move into becoming like the, not the authority, but like the general manager of Raw. Sometimes he's a babyface, sometimes he's the heel. You have to have, play both sides of the card to Heyman. I think that would be a great thing to do. You keep him around. He does some things for the WWE Network. But without Paul Heyman during this feud, without Paul Heyman during, just basically Brock Lesnar's whole time inside of WWE, you see how much of, a bust Brock Lesnar really would have been. It is fun when he comes down and breaks people up, but, you do have to have promos in order to set up matches, and Paul Heyman went out there and he earned his money tonight. He had a great promo for Roman Reigns. Even during that promo at one point, trying to put over Roman Reigns to the point where the fans would really believe him, that he would be a believable competitor to go up against Brock Lesnar. We got to see Brock Lesnar actually take offense to something that Paul Heyman had said. He actually sort of took a step back and looked at Paul as if like, I can't believe you just said that. It will open up the windows. It will open up the doors for a lot of people to make prediction videos talking about Paul Heyman turning on Brock Lesnar and joining Roman Reigns. Sort of Roman Reigns going along with the fans booing him at WrestleMania 31, walking out with the championship as well as walking out with Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman now becoming that mouthpiece for everything that was going on. Roman Reigns is really holding on to this I can and I will, trying to show everybody up. I love the fact that today was D-Day for the WWE of trying to find a way to sign Brock Lesnar. As of right now, there is no stories out there about Vince McMahon trying to sign him and coming up and actually having a deal. Going into WrestleMania 31, especially with Paul Heyman's promos talking about the fact that go ahead and try a Montreal screw job and see what happens to Brock, to you guys with Brock Lesnar, figuring out not you guys are trying to screw him, talking about the man in the back behind the curtain. It adds a great appeal to it. I think a lot of people are going to be going into WrestleMania 31 thinking that Roman Reigns is a lock to win the championship. But if they are able to re-sign Brock and they are able to find a way for Brock to keep that championship and win at WrestleMania 31, they have to really find a way to really get behind Roman Reigns again. You've wasted the last few months really pushing this guy, as well as the past 2 years, making this guy look strong. It was one of the deciding factors of CM Punk leaving the company. With the TLC match, with everybody going up to him, telling him, you got to make Roman look strong. You got to make Roman look strong. To the point of CM Punk is like, if you want this guy to look strong, why don't you have somebody beat him? Or why don't you have him beat me? It's a 3-on-1 match. Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns going up against CM Punk. So we're going to have to see. WrestleMania 31 right up around the corner. I can't tell you the truth that this really got me pumped up in order to see this match. Brock coming out there, hearing his music live, that's going to be what really puts it over to the edge. As of right now, I'm one of those people that think Roman Reigns is the lock to win the championship. Do I think it's horrible? No. Am I going to cancel my trip? No. Will I think it make for a great ending of a night? I don't know. But maybe, in a few years when Roman Reigns grabs hold and really finds who his character is, and he has the WWE in the palm of his hand, and he is that A+ player, I'll be able to say, hey, I was there when he won his first championship at WrestleMania 31.